Looks like a little R2-D2. Picked up a new pressure washer. Hey, there's nothing wrong with the Ryobi 2000 PSI. It's actually not far from me here. It's just that the shop here, the one bay is walled off, and it's apart from the two bays where I have this pressure washer. And instead of just dragging that and hoses and cables and cords into the other bay, I'll have one in one section, this in the other. This is the Etoolab Petulio. It's a little bit different than some of the other pressure washers out there, and I'll show you why in this video. Let's get started. The Etoolab Petulio is a 2000 watt. So what you're going to notice is they do not mention the PSI anywhere. They do give you 2000 watt information on the W90 here. It is the W90 pressure washer. They have a few. It comes with a 23-foot hose, 23-foot power cord, so almost 50 foot from your power source if you have a hose that can plug into this and reach even further. So the copper motor, water inlet, 24,000 motor RPM, warranty and weight, very light unit, but again, no PSI. Now I've had so many of the pressure washers, I'll be able to give you a range when I finally squeeze the trigger on this one right here. But what's different compared to other pressure washers is this seems to be geared towards a balance of the unit not tipping over. It has a wide base and a skinny top instead of just having a tall pressure washer that can easily tip over like this one right here. Very easy to tip it over, and you have to lean it back to pull it. This one has 4 wheels instead of 2, so as long as you have a 50 or 100 foot hose and the cord to reach, you can pull this thing along with you, and you can also then lock the wheels. But let's get into this, let's unbox it, and I'll show you exactly what comes with the package. So you can pick this one up a little under 150. That will be a good price if it's something that can last a little while. And we will gauge and find out the PSI on this thing as well. Here is the manual to help you get it together. Here is the user manual as well, nice thick booklet. We have 4 of the caster wheels. This is a double wheel caster with lock. So 4 of these. Bag full of accessories. We have some nozzles. We have some arms. Not sure exactly. Probably little arms that come out and hold on to the hose or the cord. We have the trigger. "24-foot hose. We have the unit itself. It actually does come with a soap dispenser. I don't know if you want to call that a foam cannon or not, but that's their intent. We'll see how that works. And then the extension for the nozzle. And that is it. Let me quick get this thing together for you, and we'll go from there. All right, we have it together. A couple things to point out. The wheels are set off about 3-4 inches from the base of the pressure washer, and that does make it very stable. So it's going to take a lot to tip it over. It's not completely tip proof, but you really have to grab it from or kick it from the top here, or catch it on the top with the wheels locked to even get a chance to tip it over. But you do have attachments that snap right in here. This one here screws in, and it does give you the screws and actually a screwdriver to get it on, so you don't have to look for tools. It does come with 4 different nozzles, and I wanted to show you. So this is going to be the attachment that hose goes into, and it does have a screen and a little rubber seal in there, and all you do is carefully thread that on to the back here, and carefully, because you don't want to cross thread it or over tighten. This is plastic. This is some sort of composite plastic, and then your hose goes into here. And another thing I wanted to show you, I don't know if I could do it with one hand, but you pull that over and that will unlock the hose. And this hose gets pushed in there and it locks in, and then you just pull it back over for a release. We now have it plugged in, and we also have the water source hooked up to it. Let's go over and turn the water on. I've had some that I've purchased that have leaked right off the bat as soon as I turn the water source on here. Everything is looking good so far. No leaks internally. Yeah, I've had some that have leaked internally and have been bad right out of the box. This is okay. So we have the hose plugged in. That's good to go. Work the air out of that. And then we can turn power on. All right, get the air out of there. Let's hook up a nozzle and see how this thing works. All right, we have the nozzle in, we have this thing powered up. Now, I'll stand next to it to show just how small this is. And I can bring the Ryobi 2000 PSI over here as well and sit it next to it, and it will dwarf over this little unit. And the thing that I noticed right away is this being mobile as well as tip-proof, as long as you have a hose that's long enough and a cord that's long enough, you can pull it along with you around the vehicle, which is just a little bit different than other pressure washers. And like the Ryobi here, it's almost like a mobile suitcase where you have to tip it back and roll it on the 2 wheels. This one here, you just pull around with you. Looks like a little R2-D2. Anyways, let's fire this up. I'm actually a little surprised. This thing has just a little bit more kick than I was expecting, and I would guess it to be somewhere around 2200 PSI or so. Let's pull a vehicle in and see what type of power it has blowing dirt off of certain things. It's the only way we could test it. Everything out of the box and put together will get you to start on your project without having to go out and customize it. Now you can get your own hose, you can get your own foam cannon if you want, you can find one that fits the unit. I'm going to show you this unit as is, as it was packaged and shipped to me. Let's take this vehicle for example. It's been parked under a tree for quite some time and has some substantial growth on the roof. Let's see if we can blow that off or blow that away with the pressure washer. So yeah, as you can see, it easily blows that stuff away from the vehicle. Let's see what we can do with brake dust. about the front slab here? Okay, so it does have some power to get some work done in and around the house, or just taking care of your vehicle, washing your car, boat, motorcycle, RV. What about this little tiny foam cannon reservoir that they sent with? Let's see what it can do. Okay, I did put a little bit of Apex Auto Wash in here. There is a knob here to adjust the amount of product you want to come through. It is quick disconnect. A little bit of a runny foam, so a lot of water comes through compared to the product, but that's what you have to expect. It will get the job done. This is perfectly fine. You're going to blow through product pretty quickly using that cannon, so make sure you're diluted properly, but this will get foam on the car to do your wash or pre-wash, however you want to use it. So, not the most powerful unit compared to a gas-powered. Maybe you need something that powerful. I don't. I work with coatings, I work with paper protection film, and I don't need a ton of pressure. This is absolutely perfect for either this bay or the next one, wherever I end up putting it. It's going to be just, now the question is going to be, how long does this thing last before it breaks? That's the big $20 million question. I parked the Ryobi right next to it. You can see it's quite a bit larger than the Etoolab here. So it is a very light, compact unit. It does get the job done for me. It may not for everybody. And then again, the question is going to be, will this thing, how long will it last? What is the build? Is it a quality build? Is it a cheap build? For under 150 bucks, I thought I would give it a try. I have no problem with that. And I'd like to know what you think down in the comments section. Guys, there's plenty of channels that will give their opinion as to if you should buy a tool or not. I like to start a conversation. If you haven't noticed, I'm not out there trying to promote or deter you from a tool or a product. I like to get a conversation started. I'll show you exactly what it does, and then I leave it up to you as to what you decide, if you want to look into it further and maybe pick it up and give it a try or not. But at the very least, I'd like to start the conversation, and I'd like to know what you think about this so far down in the comment section. I always pay attention to them, and I can't wait for your opinions. I'll catch you guys in the next video.